Alright, so yes, I love cheese. Alright guys, so I am going to be making a vanilla iced coffee. So you use these K-cups just the same as you would a normal K-cup, and then you just put ice in with it. So these are McCafe French Vanilla. I'll add a link in the video description where you guys can buy these. We're just going to fill up our mug here. So you stick it in normal, put it down, power it on, just like normal. Alright, let's get some ice. Someday I cannot wait to get a refrigerator that has an ice maker. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it just would be handy. Alright, so yes, it comes out hot, and then you just add the ice. And you add, I don't know if you add any, I guess you add creamer and sugar. Depends on how you like it. By the way, this is our Keurig machine. It's one of the older models. Our parents or my parents-in-law gave us it, and we've loved it ever since. We use it fairly often. Alright, so, sometimes I do forget to throw away the K-cup after I'm done. Okay, now we put some good old ice in here. So I like my iced coffee really cold, so I add a lot more ice to mine. I can't stand when I go to McDonald's or somewhere and they add just a little bit of ice, so it's, it's cold, but it's not ice cold. I'd rather have it a little watered down with tons of ice, as you can see, than not. Yeah, we definitely got to add some creamer and sugar to that. That is really strong. So I'll add the cream and sugar probably after we get this cool enough. And of course, this is my breakfast. Let's see, I think it's cinnamon raisin bagels with regular cream cheese.
Pour into the lives of others by embracing the degree you have been loved. Verse 13. For you were called to freedom, brothers, only do not use it as a freedom for the opportunity of the flesh, but through love serve one another. Flesh is this part of us that moves against God's will, hears God's truth, but wants to go our own way. And we got to continually and regularly bring that to the cross. But one of the things I tend to struggle with is, rather than bringing the flesh, the part of me that wants to reject God's law and reject God's rule and reject even loving God and loving others, because that's actually causes me to have to sacrifice time and maybe even resources. We've got to bring it to the cross, and we recognize that there's all these things that enslave us and entrap us. That's our own comfort, our own security. But many of us, rather than sort of crucifying the flesh in our own lives, we sort of negotiate with the flesh. As adults, we learn quickly how to, we can have anger in our hearts. We can be very upset with the world. We can be very mad. We can be greedy. We can be selfish, as long as we don't act too greedy. As long as we don't act too selfish. As long as we don't kind of demonstrate those feelings. But I love the gospel always gets to the core of our hearts. It wants to start there, and it wants to move into our actions. One of the things that I was thinking about as I prepared this message is Jesus was the freest person on earth ever. He had all the authority. He had all of the power. He had all the ability. He could have made it all about himself. He could have done all kinds of things because he had complete freedom. He could have moved in such a way to make sure his life was secure. to make sure that everything was going to be kind of centered around his own little bubble. But the freest person on earth comes to earth and decides, no, 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 through love, serve, lay down your life.
Alright, so I am now going to chop up some onions. We dehydrated a few little slivers here. Now we're going to use my chopper, chop them up, and I'm going to add it to my seasoning mix. So, chopped it up a little bit. We still have a little ways to go. Alright guys, so I actually enjoy dehydrating, and I love dehydrating to the point I actually dehydrate lettuce. I find it a really good filler for your herb mixes. It really helps fill it up, and you really don't even notice. Now, I don't know if that's something a lot of people do or not, but I personally love it. You know, I love lettuce in my herb mix. So this is one of my herb mixes. I have a little bit of everything in here. Do not be fooled by the scam mail-in ballots. So this is nothing but a scam trying to get people not to show up and vote, because mail-in ballots is the easiest way to fraud an election. So this has been the 4th time that they have tried to get us to sign up with mail-in ballot. No thank you. I will go in person and make sure what I pick is not being forged. Goodbye. Alright, so right now, this is a huge trash bag full of shredded paper. I shred my paper, you know, important documents, or basically just junk mail. My mother has use for shredded paper, so I give it to her. So, let's add a nice big chunk in. Oh my goodness. It's soon getting full enough that we're gonna give it to her. So, you know, it's pretty full. You know, there's a lot in here. But I'll probably try and fill up the trash bag as full as I can before I give it. Okie dokie, what's for lunch? Well, I honestly don't really have an idea. I'm too lazy to make anything. So I'm having a banana, cup of chocolate milk, and beef stew. What is it? Do you know the name brand?
Denty-Moore.
Denty-Moore. My wife is having chicken parmigiana. Oh, hers is 320 calories. Mine is 240, but holy cow. 49% of your daily value of salt in this little thing. This little dinky thing is 49% of my daily allowance for salt. I guess that's what you get when you buy frozen stuff. Alright, let's see how yummy this looks. So here's what it looks like. Ooh. Oh yeah, that looks... Oh, this is gonna be delicious. Just kidding. It doesn't look too bad, right?
No, but it doesn't look like the picture.
Well, isn't that the case with people? They never look like their profile picture. So let's take a look at this broccoli here. Nice and green and lumptious. Oh my. That looks watered down. Oh my. The meals aren't actually that bad though as far as taste goes. Well, let's see. At least you only have 22% of your daily allowance for salt. Wow, you know, she gets, that's the difference between these, the healthy choice ones, and the regular ones. She's got more food, half the salt, and I got this little bowl. Oh my goodness. Alright, so time to make some burgers on the grill. Since it's just my wife and I, we're only just going to make 2. So, turn on the propane. All right. Also gonna do baked potatoes. We're doing the really cheapo way. Not cheapo, but easy. Steam and bag corn. Got a condiment out. But got our rolls. We got our snack for dog food. Just kidding. So the easy way, cheap way to do it is poke holes in your potato, put it in the microwave, and do it that route. So that's how we're going to do it. I do not have foil to put it in the oven, and this is just the quickest way I know how. So for the baked potatoes, make sure you wash them. We already washed them ahead of time, and then you're going to prick them several times with a fork, different locations. Then you place them on a plate and you cook them for 5 minutes, and then you turn them over on the opposite side and cook them another 5 minutes. When the potato is soft, you remove it from the microwave, cut it in half, and just to check, you make sure, and then use your seasonings, put your toppings in, you know, butter, whatever you want to do. Then what you can do is once you cut it in half, put your butter in, your cheese, whatnot. You can put it in for another 30 seconds just to get everything to melt in with it. And that's, you know, the quick, simple way. That smells so good. probably can turn it down a little bit. Let's see, we're going to keep the center on higher. Let's turn these down. Alright, we'll come back and check on it in a little bit. Emma! Hi, Emma. I could breathe that in all day long. Nothing like the smell of grilling food, and nothing like the smell of a bonfire. Two of my favorite smells. So I know some people put stuff down to keep the burgers from sticking, but oh yeah, they're getting perfect. Almost done. So now for the final, we turned the all the burners off except the middle one. So we have 3 burners, just left the middle one. It's about done, so I'm going to go get a plate and should be good to eat.
She just got finished drinking.
Really? Oh my gosh. So if I would have came in when she just started drinking or was headed to her water bowl, she would have turned around and stopped, and she wouldn't have gotten a drink. That's how picky she is. Okay, I need my plate. Wait, where did I go with the plate?
Out there.
Wow, I'm getting old. Okay, these are almost done, so if those are almost, that should be done.
Okay.
So if you want to get the cheese out. Okay, I'm going to see now. The plate is not out there. Where did I go with the plate?
I don't know, but you took one out with you.
Oh my gosh. Did I, or did I just set it back in here? Oh my goodness. Watch it be on the other side. SMH. Okay, where's the plate? Where's the plate? If I took one out with me, did it fall? Did the wind blow it or something? Oh goodness gracious. Okay. Alright, they are well done. And we're good to go. Alright, first time putting potatoes in a microwave. Note to self, small potatoes shrivel up and get even smaller. But, oh well. It doesn't take that long. If we want to make more, we can. Alright, what I then do is... By the way, I don't know what happened to the other plate. But what I do, once I take all of the food off, I close this up, turn everything on max, and let it burn off the grease. So I'll monitor it, and yeah, so it's time to take these in. Alright, about 450 degrees. Let it get a little warmer. 450, just to burn everything up. Normally once it stops smoking, everything's burnt up. Just saves for clean up for the next time. Here's the new cologne. Burger grilling. Chicken grilling. Prime rib grilling. Get the cologne while you can. So how do you guys, I wonder if there's a gauge that you can buy for your propane tanks. So our propane tank does not have a gauge. So I do not know when it's going to be empty. I mean, I guess you can weigh it. It seems pretty heavy. But yeah, I don't know 100% when. I don't know if there's like something you could put on. But this has lasted us, oh my, this is our second year, I think. Alright, I think it's good. We can go ahead and turn it off. So this grill was left by the old owners. The tank that was in here was completely rusted out. It was horrible looking, so we bought a new tank. Nice thing about this is oil, well, grease and stuff drips down in this tray and also the other tray. There's another burner for this as well. We just never used it, right under here. Alright, everything's off the gas. Let's double check. Alright, this way. So let's see, this way is for open. So that's open, this is closed. Okay, it's closed. Alright, now we're going to leave this open, let it air out before we go and cover everything up. Alright. Alright, so yes, I love cheese. I'll point that out right now. So, burgers under there. We got 2 potatoes folded on each other to melt the cheese, and we got corn. Bon appetit! And to end the night, gotta have an outshine bar. Take care, guys. See you next time. Okay, so as a bonus video, I wanted to add, some people didn't quite understand, you know, they don't really, I guess, is it abnormal to dehydrate lettuce? Because I always do it, because I find it an extremely good filler for your herb seasoning. Anyway, this is the lettuce that I was dehydrating. I forget if I showed that in this video or not, but if I did not, sorry guys. I made this video yesterday and just got back from work and my mind is just exhausted. But anyway, so we dehydrated the lettuce and this is what it looks like. We use our Ninja to blend it up. Is that not cool or what? So then what we do, we just add this to our herb mix. A nice spice mix. So again, another bonus video. I did want to add something. So this is my herb mix. You can see it's actually pretty, there's some bigger pieces in there. What I like doing is you can actually use this Ninja and make it that fine. Look how fine that is.